Roll.
Yeah, really? All right, roll call,
Mayor Ayler,
present.
Carol Radio,
Here.
Dave Smith,
Here.
Mike Engelman, here, Jeremy Holland,
Here.
Mark McAfee,
Present.
Attorney Stephen Peterball,
Present.
and Clerk Treasurer Lord Fairfax, present.
Okay, on the agenda, we have a few things that come in afterwards, and I apologize for that. But the first item on there is the updating the housing comprehensive plan, the housing update. So, Joe, you want to talk about that for a second?
Over a copy of this, everyone. First off, Joe White, DOD Administrators. I am, as you know, in partnership to co-develop the Oak Street develop the Oak Street development over on the east side of town here. And tonight we're going to ask for to discuss a couple of things related to the project. As we did close to the all-important finish line of Monday, July 29th, for the application section. So, in alignment with the actual rezone that was approved last week, we thought that it would be really important for us to take a look at the comprehensive plan for the building and explore amendments to that comprehensive plan to account for the use and account proactively for other uses in the area. So in that comprehensive plan that we have in front of you, there are 3 zones that have been identified on the existing plan that, with your approval, we can amend in order to account for not only our development, but the multi-family development opportunities that we're doing. And so the request here is to amend the agreement for the comprehensive plan in order to account for the multi-family development that we're looking at as well as on Oak Street. And for the development opportunities proactively that we all know building and the building continues to grow in the future. So with that, we'll take any questions as well have for us. Another thing I'll say is the state also really encourages the comprehensive plan to align with whatever the development plans are that city and development are agreeing to. Makes sense. So that's part of it.
For this project, are all these areas in play?
Not for this project.
Just area 2, correct?
Yeah.
So this is basically agreeing to what the zoning board did the other night,
Yes.
just making it from industry to residential. That's all we're doing. Yeah.
And there is if you look in the back of the packet, there is a resolution of it.
And this isn't tying us into anything. This is just basically agreeing to what they did the other night. Okay.
Nothing on the whole project as a whole, nothing's got us tied into it because it's all gonna be based on whether or not they actually receive it.
Right.
And even at that point, even if they do receive stuff, we still don't have to move forward, correct? Even if we were awarded or you guys were awarded to do this project here, city, if the council that side, they would still pull out.
This is just something that we.
I'm just saying that for everything else is done.
Yeah, there are going to be many review conversations that you all have to do details within the plan itself, the internal facade, all of it, those details for you. So, yeah, this is just a limit to the
It allows you to build in that area.
which allows us to build in that.
Basically, it's taking it from a commercial to a residential.
language we done for industrial, RC, residential, multifamily last week. And this would just now reflect that.
I'll make the motion, we accept rezoning is done by the board last week.
I got a motion from Dave. Second. Carol, all in favor?
Aye.
And then we need to read the resolution and. I don't know if you read the resolution. Let's see what we got.
Resolution adopting the housing amendment to the comprehensive plan, a resolution of the Common Council of the City of Loogootee, Indiana, adopting the housing update to the 2014 comprehensive plan. Whereas the Common Council finds that it is in the best interest of Loogootee, Indiana, to adopt the said amendment to the comprehensive plan to better illustrate the location of additional housing within the City of Loogootee, Indiana. Now therefore be it resolved that the Common Council of Loogootee, Indiana hereby adopts Exhibit A attached and made part hereof as the amendment to the comprehensive plan of the City of Loogootee. Resolution shall take effect and after its passage as provided by law, duly adopted by the Common Council of the City of Loogootee.
So we get a. We've already voted on all that, right? That been started. Get a motion on this.
I think someone already made a motion.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah,
remember.
this
Someone
well,
seconded.
Yeah, we probably should have read this first. but Okay,
Yeah.
we got it. All right. I'm with it now. Okay, gentlemen, we have a couple other things that has to be taken care of as well, and I apologize for this. Coming after everything, I didn't see it honestly, but anyway, we've got a resolution here to do a transfer of that property to the Martin County Alliance. They will then have we've got a purchase agreement too that we need to be signed on. And all this only goes into effect if they actually get the award to move forward with the project. It doesn't tie us into anything, it's just all the formalities we have to do at this time.
What was the price?
Well, I tried to get 6 million
Yeah,
out
I
of
know what you tried to get.
350,000.
Now, let's say, and you play devil's advocate, we approve this step, you purchase this land, down the road, we can't come to agreement. Where do we go at that point?
So the way this will actually play out is this resolution will allow the mayor to facilitate the transfer of the purchase agreement between you all and the Alliance, us and the Alliance. And then the land is set to close until we're ready to close.
Okay.
So there'll be along the runway, we're not gonna sign a purchase agreement on the land transfer this month or next month.
Okay.
At some point in 2025, all of us have agreement on what exactly we're gonna do on the site. As well as the design, the site plan, et cetera.
Okay.
And then everything is executed.
The Alliance,
Yes.
why are we doing it that way? I'm just curious.
I can't remember everything on that. Well, it's a formality because if the city was to outright sell it, we'd have to have a public hearing on it, 30 days. We'd have to do all kinds of other stuff. We can do a lateral transfer to the Alliance. They can do the go-between, and it's not an issue with going through the.
And they're good with it?
Yes.
Yeah, you can communicate today, but the actual purchase agreement between all of us, between us and the Alliance, we'll get that all buttoned up.
And I literally just got this when I sat down earlier about 5:15 tonight. That's when I had this updated purchase agreement after the Alliance attorney. They had two different attorneys look at it and made some changes. stuff to protect everybody.
It's not blocking it.
You know, we don't agree, you're not gonna buy it, so that's still ours. Okay, yeah.
Just want to read that?
Resolution of the Loogootee City Council authorizing transfer of certain real property to the Martin County Alliance for Economic Growth, a charitable organization. Whereas the city of Loogootee, Indiana, the city is a political subdivision of the state of Indiana, the state, and is duly organized and existing under the Constitution and laws of the state. And whereas pursuant to applicable law, the city is authorized to acquire, dispose of, and encumber real and personal property, including without limitation, rights and interest in property, leases, and easements necessary to the function or operation of the city, as the same may be authorized by the city council, the legislative body for the city. And whereas the council has determined that certain real property located at 507 Oak Street in Loogootee, described in greater detail in Exhibit A attached hereto and incorporated herein, in the city's ownership and possession, should be disposed of. And whereas the city has determined that the most economical and efficient means of disposing of the real property is by contribution of the same to the Martin County Alliance for Economic Growth, a nonprofit corporation organized and existing under the laws of the state of Indiana for charitable purposes pursuant to Indiana Code 36-1-11-1D7. Now therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Loogootee, Indiana as follows. The disposition by deed of the real property from the city to the Alliance for no consideration is hereby approved. That the city executive acting on behalf of the city is hereby authorized individually with the advice of council to negotiate, enter into, execute, and deliver such documents relating to the disposition of the real property as the authorized representative deems necessary and appropriate. All other related contracts and agreements necessary and incidental to the disposition of the real property are hereby authorized. This resolution shall be effective as of the date of its adoption.
So if we adopt that tonight, that means, you know, the city of Loogootee no longer owns that property?
No,
we
no.
still own it.
Still owns it. It gives the mayor the authority to negotiate a purchase agreement.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay, everything's
We're-
agreed to way down the road here.
We're going through the alphabet here. We're like
Yeah.
at step J, and we got to get to
Z.
Z. Yes.
The state requires with an application demonstration of the ability to control the land.
Mhm. Right.
Transferring it to the Alliance. Well, I'm giving the mayor the authority to do that.
Can we get a motion to approve that resolution?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Dave. Second.
I'll second.
Second by Jeremy. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, here is the one between, the Alliance and us. Guess I did have two different here.
mean, this isn't a resolution, this is
So
an
now I have a-
agreement.
yeah, an agreement.
I don't think I can read it, but I don't think we're required to, nor is the purchase agreement, because this could still be negotiated.
Okay. So that's it.
Yep.
All right. Dave, did you have a question on this?
Well, what, you show me?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I just had a chance to glance at it, but go ahead, yeah.
Well, can you explain the, pilot? Yes.
So essentially, a pilot is an acronym, payment in lieu of tax. And essentially, what it is an instrument that municipalities use to complete the project. So there are various instruments that you can use to make the tax statement. So you agree to private national taxes, so you can incentive staff development, industrial development tax statement. You can use TIF taxes, financing, you can take out bonds to finance a portion of the project, particularly that's related to public infrastructure, sidewalk, underground utilities, parking garages, road development. And then there's pilot, that you can do as well. And the reason that the pilot is actually interesting to this project is the state really wants to see local municipalities participate in projects like these. And if tax abatements, those things may or may not be readily accessible. So we can put together a pilot. And the pilot essentially looks at a 15-year future that you can see in the document there. We've actually allocated kind of a set value for our project of about $1,100 per year. So it equates to over a 15-year period, about $1 million of tax of tax burden, if you will, right? Well, the payment in lieu of taxes is essentially an agreement between us and you all that says we recognize that tax burden to make this project viable, and as a municipality to invest in the project, we'll set a flat rate, which in our agreement is $5,000, which is about $100 per unit, which projects that happen all over the state, if that's about the threshold that people use for pilot, $100. So we'll have a $5,000 rate per year that we'll pay. And if you do the math and you subtract that $1 million from the $5,000 that we pay for 15 years, the difference is $950,000. So that does not cost you anything, but that $947,000 is viewed as an investment in the project. Okay, and that's what the state really wants to see, is how are the municipalities participating in the project. So the pilot, to sum it up more concisely, payment in lieu of taxes is an agreement that we'll make with you all, okay, that establishes a flat tax that we'll pay on a per unit basis. We'll pay that every year for 15 years. We've also kind of calculated what, and it's that the tax burden would be based on $1,100 per year. And we've taken the difference of what we actually will pay and what that tax burden might be, and that is considered zero. That's zero investment in the project. So the cost of the thing, view that as an investment, and that is critically favorable in this. So pilots are very common, utilized often, and they're particularly utilized.
And then after the 15 years is up, then,
The pilot is listed,
right?
and and the pilot also contemplates some issues on the tax burden itself, and the collected, and to the sense that at that 15th year, this is the tax burden that we.
So basically, bottom line is the city would be out $947,000 in tax revenue over this 15 years.
I wouldn't look at it as the city being out. I would look at it as the investment $147,000 in the next 5 years to make it happen. While currently, I think the land is being realized. Correct. So it, I wouldn't look at it as without that money. I would look at it as we're investing that money in the project to get it happen. But we're not having to leverage our credit, we're not having to go out to our bonds, we're not having to do it.
And the other part of that is that for that development, we would have to put some type of investment in it, whether it's gonna be the infrastructure, or something like that, so that takes us out of that, correct? Good point.
Yeah, that'll be discussing that with them.
Well,
If you look at like tax abatements, didn't sit about tonight, and the tax abatements, you can especially start out at. But this is kind of splitting up the, everything that on the site itself, so that
And every developer, whether it would be this or another one, would come with the same approach.
Usually that's a process they use to entice industry to move into the community.
places like Sunnyfield, and they have they have those spectators are now all rolling off, and it's created a pretty unique pattern, which is what the city and the county kind of did, where they go out and invest in the city, where they do so the way to think about it from really long term generation players, was making short-term investments into new investments in private places, easily that's creating opportunities for real estate here. Working at County Drive in other parts of the area, the county, other parts of the region. And then
Any other discussion?
does this have to be done tonight? This is just kind of put off, Stephen?
And kind of put on me too.
I know.
The deadline's Monday. We can't even have another meeting before Monday. Like I said, I apologize, but it's just, we have everything happened so fast that it took a while to get to where we were at.
If this is not approved, then you won't do the project? Honestly, the community's kind of mixed on this. So for right now, people I'm hearing from, I'll be honest. I don't know that I'm ready to sit here and give you a $947,000 tax abatement tonight without thinking about it. And I think it's unfair the mayor be put in this position, and maybe it's not you guys. I don't know where it come from. I don't think it's fair to him. I don't think it's fair to us. I'm not the type of person who likes just to jump in and make hasty decisions. Me personally, I'm just one guy sitting up here. I'm against it right now. I was totally for the project when I walked in the door tonight, but now I've got second thoughts. It's just me. I'm just one guy. Uh, so that's kind of where I'm at. And again, I think it's extremely unfair to Brian. It's unfair to us. And if it's you guys, I don't know where it comes from. I don't know. I don't. When things are pushed on you at the last minute, it seems kind of fishy. And I ask myself, what's going on? And I understand all about tax abatements and that stuff. 15 years is a long time. I'll be quiet. I've said what I need to say.
I think a good parallel to that is school funding. Because school funding is a big issue in society. They're not going to see that. They're going to see that.
Well, the city of Loogootee just got, or not city of Loogootee, anybody in Loogootee School Cooperation, they're doing a $17 million addition to the school. That's gonna raise everybody's property tax.
So, so again, I would say that this is not a cost, right? To the or to the budget. This is an investment that is being created through the value creation of the site. Whereas with, school funding and finance, in order to do a new project, you have to raise budget tax. So in this case, there is no impact on the property tax. There is no
Right,
impact
right.
to the budget. There is no impact to the county budget.
So does that have to be, acted on tonight?
No.
Okay.
No, I think, I certainly appreciate your perspective, all of your perspectives, and, so,
You don't need this for completion of the application by Monday though, right?
ideally,
So, all right, we're either gonna do it, we're gonna do it tonight, or we're not gonna do it.
Well, here, I'm just gonna speak over, we have an opportunity here, and I know some things have been happening that just very, very fast, okay? But if we don't do an investment within the city and start investing in our city, like other communities have and are doing, we're gonna get the same outcome that we've had for the last 20 years. And that's nothing. And I'm not trying to put anybody on the spot or anything, I'm just speaking through, we've got an opportunity here to help the community. And, yeah, we've got other housing developments coming in and stuff like that too, but this, the child care center, talking to, school board member, that, that's something new that they've never heard of coming into a housing development, with the child care, and there's gonna be a partner with someone on that. It may be the school, it may be another child care provider or something like that, but I think there's gonna be some people to step up on that, because I can't speak for them right now, but I just know in a conversation I had last night, I guess, that someone stepped up and said, we may look at taking a look at that and taking over or something like that. So I personally feel like it's a good thing for the community. Um, you go around the different places and you see a lot of these structures up all over the place. And like I said, town of West Baden's doing that one. That's going to be a nice setup they have over there. But they don't have childcare set up or anything like that. They've got the housing. So, and part of the problem was with this project is that the other one fell through, so we went with another developer, and then that's where all this, with the short time frame, put us where we're at. So it's not necessarily anybody's fault. It's just the way the whole time frame worked out because of the other stuff falling through.
One thing you said that concerns me as well, and we're looking at 947,000. You may come back and want us to do more yet. When this project gets started, we're already involved in a pretty hefty project right now. I mean, we only got so much. So, you know, we don't have money growing on trees. And and I understand a lot of these projects are done this way. Why 15 years? I'm just curious why that amount. Is it, you're thinking if we don't grant this, it would be difficult for your group to go ahead with it. I would even get.
Joseph, has there been a resolution on this?
that's the thing I was gonna say, but it's not a resolution, it's just like that preliminary, kind of all in agreement to what preliminary signal from city and council that we are generally in alignment these things are gonna have, this is not the legal document that
Yeah,
will structure the
This,
pilot agreement.
this sounds like something that's not really binding.
Correct. It's just a,
What, the things that you needed in writing was the resolution changing the zoning ordinance, which we've done, and also the resolution giving the mayor the authority to negotiate a purchase agreement.
that's
We-
what goes with the voting.
So,
So why are we discussing this part now?
I think
But you can move forward with what we've done tonight without us doing this other.
because
But
you,
this agreement is not a binding agreement, that's the, this is about it, this is what, you know, the investigation. That's all that has to be formalized. You know, we're gonna have
This is estimation.
lots of attorneys involved in actual KSM type of accounting firm to get a package. This is, a letter from the mayor that we built into our application that says, hey, we have some discussions about pilot agreement, and we are in preliminary alignment on doing a pilot. With great. Perfectly be with all of that.
basically, we're saying we think we might consider this. I mean, there's really not a formal resolution to pass on this. That would be done. It's just,
So we're saying if we're saying we would be in agreement to a pilot, maybe not those exact numbers, but those are the numbers you would use to get put in for your tax credits. And then we're going to come back and sit down and discuss 900 things, other things. Yeah, because this is only preliminary steps.
We have to get an application submitted.
Sure.
so that we can have it.
if you're not getting anything in writing down, what exactly do you give them?
But if we have anything from you, there's nothing for us to, we can't just go and say, how does this, like, we can do all this in the pilot. Is there more, is more support, formalizing, yes, we talked about this, we have some level of alignment on it. I think we could get,
Mhm.
and this just put that as a form of thing.
Right, I see. So it's not binding, is what you're saying.
Correct.
I mean, I think we got to move forward personally, but so even if we okay this tonight, and next time we meet, we discuss, and we've had a chance to digest it, community's got wind of it, we can say, sorry, we can't do it. We're okay.
Correct. I mean,
Well, the application will be filed,
Yes,
and then it's a wait game at that point.
Right.
We'll find out something later on, but I don't, like you said, there's gonna be a lot of other steps in between.
Sure.
there, but
No binding, right?
no.
that is correct.
We won't know anything until November.
I mean, you could still get turned down.
Absolutely.
You need a motion on this?
Procedurally.
Yeah, I think we do.
And it's not binding, we're just basically saying we will consider this, and so you can use that.
It would be an artifact.
Yeah.
A
Right.
screenshot of our Excel spread. It is not a form of document.
Right. Yeah, I mean, as long as, we're just, it's not binding and something to discuss, I'd make the motion that we accept that and move forward.
Got a motion from Dave, second.
Second.
Carol, and all in favor? Anything else?
Press my luck.
I will give you an update. I don't know who you were talking
Yeah, and the Kid City thing was just another formality that if they've got someone looking at it, doesn't mean they're gonna go with Kid City. It could be any person out there that's qualified and stuff to operate a child, daycare center or whatever. But it could be Hoosier Uplands, Kid City, and it could be any one of a dozen different ones. It's just because it's part of the formality of getting it in the application. So,
Is there enough room on what you're buying to put that on there too?
it's got to have a separate playground and what's going to be going out there. Yeah, can't stand there. Okay.
I got a really good call this morning with John and Jody. Yes, about hopefully something non-negotiable for us in this project. Communication to us, trying to really do build a community, something and preparation for something good. Like this, impact a person's life, impact his own home. So that'll be a typical part of the process. But yeah, we're really excited about this, and I do apologize for how things started cramped today. Yeah, we're not out in the clean up and hard to pass, but it's for things. Once we get through this, things will.
It'd been nice they would have waited till 31st to get everything. Well, without if there's anything else,
No.
without further ado, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay. Carol made the motion, Mark seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Lori, do you have anything for us to sign?
Yeah, I got all kinds of stuff for you to sign.